First off, my nigga Mo, I am the coldest. I'm not the middle child, I am the oldest. Weight of the world, carry that on my shoulders. I'm David Ruff and these niggas is oldest. These bitches be champion, these niggas be bold. I ain't naming their chests, I'm aiming their noses.
What is good, bro, gang? How y'all doing tonight, man?
What it do, baby?
Yeah. Definitely nighttime, because I'm doing a horror story. So I hope it's good, bruh. It's a reaction request. I seen horror, and the thumbnail looked interesting, so I had to click it. And it was a series of horror stories that I was doing. I think I'm about to get back into that. Somebody requested it. One of you. I noticed. But nah, let's get into the video.
Hello, my lovelies. Support for today's episode of Something Scary comes from Lord Jones, makers of the world's finest CBD products.
Ooh.
To all the dark darlings who regularly follow me into the shadows, sometimes a little lightness is needed as we enter into the wintry months of the year. Indeed. When sunlight is in your life, I love how it...
Hey, I'm Markia. Want to hear something scary?
Oh my.
Frozen fury. You can only push someone so far until they fight back. But often what they do in retaliation is far worse. Revenge often has chilling consequences.
That get back.
It was a hard winter, made even harder for Daphne and her sister Amira by the relentless bullying they received on their walks to school each day. They were constantly ambushed by bullies who would pelt them with snowballs packed with rocks. Sometimes they would take their backpacks and empty them into the street. The worst bully was Keith, who made sure to take the girls' lunches each day. They had had enough.
That's crazy.
They snuck into their grandmother's room and took one of her forbidden books. It was a book that gave them instructions on how to build a mystical guardian, otherwise known as a golem. In ancient times, their Jewish ancestors were said to have constructed golems out of clay or mud for protection. Building a golem was no easy task, but they felt like they had no other option. Because it was winter and the ground was frozen and covered in snow, they had trouble finding clay. So the two decided to mix in some snow and build a giant snowman that would hopefully work as their golem. The sisters walked in a circle around the snowman and chanted the ancient words from their grandmother's book. Then Amira hoisted Daphne on her shoulders so the girl could etch the secret symbols onto the snowman's forehead. Finally, they held hands and stood before their snowman golem and gave it its mission: punish all bullies. And then they waited. But nothing happened. Disheartened, they headed home. Daphne and Amira's walk to school the next day was shockingly uneventful. No one bothered them, and in fact, the kids that normally bullied them seemed to avoid the girls completely. That is, until they got to Keith. Keith demanded their lunches, and Daphne and Amira sighed and opened their backpacks, resigned to another day of bullying. Keith then took their lunch bags and emptied them onto the ground. He looked them in the eye as he stomped on their food. Tears welled up in their eyes, and just as Keith began to laugh at them, a snowball the size of a basketball plowed him in the head and knocked him off his feet. The girls turned to see where the snowball had come from and found their snow golem standing not too far behind them, unmoving. Keith was furious. He pushed himself up off the ground and balled his fists. Then he looked around to see who would have dared to do that. He marched past the girls, and as he neared the snowman, it jerked to life and lifted him off the ground. Daphne begged the golem not to hurt Keith, but Amira laughed and cheered as the creature tossed the boy effortlessly across the street and into a snowbank. Keith was shaken as he got back on his feet and ran away. Daphne looked once again at the unmoving snowman and her cheering sister. She wondered that she and her sister had gone too far.
It's like a Nickelodeon
The next day,
horror
Daphne
story.
found her sister at lunch, standing by a trash can with a malicious smile on her face. Inside the trash can was a lot of uneaten food and also books. Daphne accused her sister of being a bully just like Keith and his friends. This isn't bullying. This
She was like,
is
"Get back
revenge," Amira
Get
explained.
back good.
On the walk home, none of the bullies would make eye contact with the sisters, including Keith, who ran across the street to avoid them. When Daphne asked Amira about it, she told her not to worry. But just as the girls turned the corner, they found their snowman golem towering over them. The girls took a step back as it raised its monstrous hand and pointed an icy finger at Amira. The snow parted where a mouth would be and let loose in a voice that sounded like gravel scraping against ice.
Oh no. Get back.
The girls ran as fast as they could to get away from their monster. But every time they looked back, it was lumbering closer. Then it palmed Amira's head and lifted her off the ground. Daphne knew it was planning to toss her sister like it did Keith, but there was no snowbank to break her fall, only icy roads and jagged trees.
Dang,
Daphne had to act
was
fast
really about to crash
as the
out.
lumbering snowman held her sister's head and ready to throw her. Daphne quickly made a snowball and took aim. The snowball smashed into the secret symbols on the golem's forehead, disconnecting the creature from its mystical power. The golem fell into a pile, and Amira landed on top, completely unnerved and
Bruh, who
fully
wrote this,
aware
bruh?
of how close
Did
she
she write
had been
this?
to death. As the terrified girls stumbled away, neither noticed that snow landed on the scuffed marks on the golem's forehead. The ancient marks slowly started to reform as it started to take shape again. A golem must complete its purpose once made. Neither Daphne or Amira warranted its attention again, but now it was loose on the world, and one desire burned within its icy heart.
Punish all bullies.
Oh no. Must.
Thank you so much to all of you that made Something Scary one of your top podcasts for 2020. It looks
she
like
do
a lot of you
podcasts.
enjoyed navigating the dark with us this year.
Candy's so good, bro. But nah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know what I mean? It was a good story. I felt like I was a child watching or listening to a spooky, scary story as a kid. Like, it wasn't scary, but like, you know what I mean? This is what you tell your kids, or what you just listen to, you know what I mean? Or read, I don't know. I hope y'all enjoyed the video though. Like, it was, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get back into the ghost shit though. I'm just letting y'all know, because some of it is just out of hand, bro. Or like, more stuff that can happen, like realistic stuff, you know what I mean? Like, that's the stuff that really get you, those based on a true story. Hit me up in the comment section if you know what I mean. If you don't, I'll work on my translating, communicating what I mean, you know what I mean? But I will catch y'all in the next video.
Okay, it's cool, I get it. Say y'all niggas hoes, they breaking the code, we already know we is it. What's good with your bro, they head on the low, so I don't do the friendship. I'm good enough for, but I already know that I gotta do the grip it. Okay, it's cool, I get it. Y'all niggas hoes, we is it. No, we don't do the friendship. I gotta do the grip it. Got me a bean, they miss it. Niggas, they talk, they diss it. Yeah, came from the gutter, we different. Yeah, came from the gutter, we different. Hey, we don't know why. Middle fingers to the sky. Is you with me, he gon' ride. He said if you real, pussy nigga, don't you lie. Why you gotta be that guy? Yeah, stay with the steel, I ain't even gotta try. When I pop up, they gon' cry. Yeah, they be on game. Pussy nigga, you a lame. Catch a body, pay the sky. I came from the gutter, I came from the motherfucking slums. I had it just plenty of time. They fuck everybody, I know they gon' laugh in my face, but I gotta just stay on the grind. Fuck with the stash, and my mom want me a mansion. I'ma just make this shit happen. Fuck with the
Keep it cool,
Keep it classy.
and we love you.
Stay awesome.
Always.
And forever.